I was going to be doing a training session, an all-day training session in Mahwah, New Jersey. And I got up there the night before, got up very early in the morning, started packing out or unpacking everything, putting everything out, ready to go. And I am, as we all are, naming how the day is going to go inside my own head. I hear it in my head. I'm going, oh, this is going to be great. They're going to love this. They're going to get so much out of it. They're going to invite me to come back again. And since the company was Jaguar Cars, I said to myself, they're going to pay me with a new Jaguar. All these thoughts, wow, it gave me so much positive energy. So by the time they all walked in, I knew I was going to deliver a boffo presentation. Well, as they walked in about 5 minutes to 9, I could not help but notice a couple of things. Some I knew in advance, some I learned right then. Number 1, there were 12 of them, that's all. Number 2, they were all men. And number 3, they were all engineers. Did you know that engineers all dress alike? Did you know that? They do. Little short sleeve shirts, pens and pencils in their pockets. So they all walked in very quietly, sat down at this very long table with 12 chairs, sat down. They put their pad of paper down in front of them. They lined the pens and pencils up on the right. They put their coffee cup in the upper right-hand corner. They folded their hands across their paper. They frowned, and they never said a word. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I was teaching them, the name of the course was How to Be More Creative. I wanted to say, you want to be more creative? Put your coffee cup on the other side. I thought that would be a big stretch for them. At one point, I remember looking at those solemn men sitting at that table, 12 of them all lined up, not saying a word. And I remember thinking, this reminds me of something. What is it? Oh, yeah, the Last Supper. I didn't let it affect me. I was ready to go. So the bell rings 9 o'clock, and I'm up there going, okay, you want to be more creative? You've got to step outside your comfort zone. You've got to ask a lot of really stupid questions. You've got to take risks. You've got to play. You've got to have fun. You've got to be like a kid again. After about an hour and a half of this, I could not help but notice I was getting nothing back from these people. Nothing. They were still sitting there with their hands folded, just staring. And it was about that time I looked out over all those blank faces, and I remember thinking to myself, uh-oh. I see dead people. And it was just about that time I heard myself start to rename the thing. I heard myself start to go, oh, look at these left-brain, narrow-minded, opinionated engineers. They don't like me, and I don't like them. This is a waste of my time. And as I started to rename it, I felt my emotions start to kick in. And I started to feel resentful. And I started to feel angry. And then I felt myself start to shut down. You know how you do when you just want to phone something in? You want to get in, get out, and make it done. I started to go, okay, turn to page 14. Oh, look, it's self-explanatory. Read it on your own. Turn to page 15. Oh, good. 16. I wanted to snap right through that. And it was just about that time I heard myself in my head say, whoa, 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 Linda, what you name the thing tends to become. If you don't like what you see, rename it. So I looked out at all those blank faces and I said to myself, oh, look, they're mesmerized by the brilliance of this information. They are transfixed by the possibilities that they see. They're just speechless with joy. And that fired me back up. And I was like, okay. 4 o'clock came. I was exhausted. But they all left. I start packing up. Just before the last 2 men walked out of the room, they paused a second, turned around, walked back up to me. One of them comes up to me and he goes, Linda, can we talk to you for just a minute? Part of me wanted to go, nope. 4 o'clock, no talkie. talk amongst yourselves. But I didn't, of course. I said, sure. He looks at me and he says, several of us went to lunch together. We were talking about this class, and we decided it may very well be the best class we've ever attended. Then he says to me, and I am not kidding you, he looked at me and went, yes, I don't know when I've ever laughed so hard in all my life. No, I never heard any laughter. I heard a very loud burp once, but I never heard any laughter. And then he says to me, no kidding, yes, would you be willing to come back and work with another group of our engineers? I had mixed emotions. But of course I said yes. Don't you remember early in the morning? That's what I told myself. Oh, and they're going to invite me back again. And they did. They did not pay me with a new Jaguar, however.